welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my regulars, how's everything going? I am doing it's not a power scrap, but it did work out pretty quick. So I thought I would bring you something that a few of my subscribers have been sort of commenting on Australia and Australiana and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd bring you some photos that I snapped probably 18 months ago. And a lot of misconceptions about Aussies, that we have kangaroos that just hop down the main street, and koalas are just cute and cuddly and you can give them hugs, and that is fantasy. However, near where I live, there is several. Did you see me rip the page there? That was really well done, wasn't it? But it let me. I didn't let it stop me. Okay, so what I'm saying is, so where I live in southeast Queensland, and when I was growing up, our town, Caboolture, was very country, very conservative, very one-horse town kind of vibe. Like it was, we're going back 40 plus years ago, so so it is going back a bit, but still today there are areas of our town where we still have kangaroos that just cruise around and do their own thing. And this particular day, I think from memory, I was catching up with some friends, some mums from school, and we went for a drive. Anyway, we ended up where these photos were taken. It's out at a place called Torval. So it's on the water, but it's not open water. It's not like Bondi Beach. It's not like that. It's very calm water, great fishing spot, great to relax with your children. Perfect. It is so relaxing. Anyway, we had lunch, we had catch up and all the rest of it. And I thought to myself, I haven't been around to the waterfront on the other side for a while. We'll cruise around the corner. Well, we cruised around the corner and my kids were in awe that there was just kangaroos just in people's front yards, just cruising around doing their own thing. Some of them were laying down, some of them were sunbaking. And this was, let me think. I think this was like September. So September here in Australia, in Queensland, is still quite cool. Days are warming up a little bit, but cool at night. So basically, that's what I'm scrapping. I'm letting you know, yes, whilst there are parts of Australia that there's just no kangaroos. There's none. But there are still communities that do have a lot of kangaroos. So this mob were, I think I took a photo of, I think there was 4 or 5 I took photos of. But there was a good 20 of them. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So I thought I would scrap that today, just not for any reason other than to share our wild kangaroos, our wildlife with you guys. Of course, and the other thing is too, these are wild kangaroos. You don't approach them. You don't approach them to feed them. You just steer clear, because kangaroos, they have a nasty kick on them, and they will, they lean back on their tail and they strike with their feet, and they generally, if they can hit you, you're in a world of trouble. But anyway, so what paper am I using? What am I doing? So I'm using the KAISERCRAFT Coastline collection and Ephemera pack. So the reason I was able to waffle on about my kangaroo story is because that is literally all I used for this layout. I decided that I was going to, here I was having a bit of trouble because I had 4 photos. I got them all facing the right way. I knew I wanted to give some balance. That blue background is actually it's got, what do you call it, compass directions, what do they call that, nautical, north 0.05, southwest, all that sort of jazz all over the background. But because I'm using it sort of reads as a solid, so that's why I decided to use that. Now the bottom piece I chose purely to use it up, and I felt like I needed another piece up the side there, so I just pulled a completely different piece, which, to be honest, I probably would never use that piece as a whole piece. But now I was using my glue purely to make this go quicker, like so I could scrap it quicker, because the ideas were just flowing. At this point, I haven't actually been in my craft room for the entire weekend, which for me, that's just bizarre. I am always in my craft room at least once a day. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me level headed, it de-stresses me. And to be honest, yeah, I hadn't been in my craft room. Okay, so in all fairness, Saturday I was unwell, and sitting on the couch was about all I could do. But Sunday we actually had a gymnastics competition up Sunshine Coast. So it was the whole family, we all got in and we went to this comp. Jen did really well. She didn't place, like, she didn't get any medals or anything, but it was her first comp as a level 4. So she's gone up a level. So it was just testing the waters, seeing how she goes, see if she got all of her routines. She didn't forget anything in her routines. So she did pretty well. A couple of areas where she knew before the competition that she had to work on them, and she's been working super, super hard. I mean, she trains like nobody. I just can't believe how hard she trains. She's amazing. So that was on Sunday, and Sunday was a very long day because her comp wasn't actually until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we never got home until it was about 8:45 that night. So made it for a very long day. So scrapping really wasn't on my radar Sunday, but this one I just hopped straight in first thing Monday morning, and this layout, I just smashed it. I don't even know why, it just happened. Which, let's be honest, it's good when you can have a page like that where you can just smash it out and it's done. So let me see, what else are we doing? I'm just embellishing now with the bits and pieces out of the embellishment pack, and the embellishment pack. Oh my goodness, gee whiz, you'd think it'd be Monday now, wouldn't you? But no, it's Tuesday. So I'm using the ephemera to just decorate a little bit, and I do my journaling afterwards. As I say, if you're new to my channel, 99% of the time I journal after I take my photos and after I do my videoing, because the journaling to me is the private part. And I just wanted to make that photo sort of pop a little bit more. So I used a bit of Distress ink, and I used the Walnut stain. even though I was considering going down the stormy sky sort of line, but no, I'll add a bit more brown on here. And it turned out really well. So for you guys that are new to my channel, that where I've got my ink, now I make my trays myself, and there is a video in my videos as to how I do that. I think it's under, oh, I don't know what it's under now. I think it's boxes, something or other. You can have a look. I'll just have a quick look now while I'm on here. And videos, playlists. Let's have a look under playlists. That would make a whole lot more sense, wouldn't it? So it's under storage solutions. There's an album there for storage solutions, and I make all my boxes. I make my own storage, and they're extremely sturdy. And I like the fact because, so for this situation, so what I'm showing you is, see where my ink is, that blue that you can see is actually a piece of a silicone mat. So I bought these 2 silicone mats, and, okay, hang on. I'll come back to the silicone mats. See those? They're epoxy stickers, those clear epoxy stickers, and they fit perfectly over your 1-inch circles, and you can turn them into, so your ephemera, you can actually turn it into more of kind of like, it's a bit squishy, so it's not as hard as an enamel dot, but it gives it perfect shine, and instead of it being a flat piece of card, it just lifts it a little bit. I bought those off eBay. I don't know if you can still get them. I imagine you can. I bought them off someone on eBay, and to be honest, I bought them about 3 or 4 years ago. So I don't have a link for them anymore, but they're just a 1-inch epoxy sticker, clear. That's all they are. Now, coming back to my silicone mat. So what I've done is I've made a small tray, and I've put the silicone mat inside the tray, but I've also glued the same silicone mat underneath it. So it grips onto my desk. So even with those 1-inch cubes, it doesn't move around. So I can literally, it's like having a third hand when I'm dealing with ink. So good. It's amazing. I absolutely love them. And I have a foam tray. Oh, this was fun. Took me a little bit of time to do this because my white Posca Pen decided I was going to use my Uniball Signo, and I haven't used it for a while, and it just didn't want to run. The ink didn't want to run. So I ended up going with my Posca Pen purely because I wanted to run, I didn't want to do a straight line, but I wanted to just add a little bit more visual somethingness on there. I didn't want to add glitter. I didn't want to add sprinkles or splats. But after I go around this, it looks really good. So what am I doing for the rest of this week? I'm loading up another, I've done a page using the Paige Evans Splendid collection, and it's extremely busy. The page is really, really busy, but I loved how it turned out. It looks really good. So that'll be the next video up after this one. And I'm going to do a couple more scrappy layouts because I've got some ideas in my head for those. But I'm also going to play with my mica powders. And I want to do a how to use them, something like that video, just to show you different ways of using it, even though it won't be on a layout as such. Yeah, I think that's something that I want to do. See how, now this is something I say to my subscribers and anybody who watches my stuff. there is a lot of power in the use of a pen on a scrapbook page. So if you're new to scrapbooking, which I know I have quite a few of you that are new to scrapbooking, you don't have to have all the latest gadgets. You don't have to have all the tiz and frizz that all the latest things. But I tell you what, if you get smart with a pen, be it a paint pen, be it a Uniball Signo pen, be it whatever, look at the difference that it makes just by going around the edge of these two ephemera pieces. They're just two cutouts. There's nothing fancy. I'm not doing anything fancy. I didn't back it. I didn't try and fussy cut around it. None of that. All I did was went around the edge of it with a white Posca pen. And look how much it pops. Okay. You can see it pop more when I zoom in. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now I'll zoom in. You'll be able to see it. So can you see the epoxy dot? See how it's over the top of the words and it's shiny and it's pretty. And I went around my title with the pen. See how it makes it pop? It looks awesome. So now to do the bit that I hate. If you like what you see, please subscribe because it super helps my channel out. If you care to throw me a like or a comment, I reply as quickly as possible. And if you have any other friends that you would like to share my channel with, I would really appreciate it. Thanks heaps, guys. Bye.